Hey guys, welcome back to the second video of my YouTube channel. I'm so happy to be back with you guys, and today I wanted to start something new with you that I want to continue going forward. It's my new game called Wheeling and Dealing with Ryan. So we're going to be spinning a wheel each episode that has 6 different options, that being pop culture trivia, fun facts about the host, a poll, my college reveal, on this day in sports, and what to watch this week. So today we're going to start out and we're going to spin the wheel. All right, here we go. Pop culture celebrity trivia. All right, guys, I have the question here for you. Good luck. During 7 years of coaching, ranging from 2009 to 2017, this Iowa University alum racked up 62 wins with both the Indianapolis Colts and the Detroit Lions. Name him. All right, guys, I'll be revealing the answer to you at the end of the video. Good luck, and make sure to put your answers in the comments section. All right, so now let's transition to the Big Ten, that being 2 teams that finished toward the top, the Illinois Illini and the Iowa Hawkeyes. So let's get right into it. The Illinois Illini were extremely efficient this year under Brad Underwood, finishing 24-7 overall with a 16-4 record in the Big Ten Conference. They were led by sophomore big man Kofi Cockburn and junior Ayo Dosunmu. These guys were the big shot makers. When the game was tight in those final 5 minutes, these guys stepped up. When you look going forward, unfortunately, Ayo Dosunmu will not be returning to the program this upcoming year. He has declared for the NBA draft with an agent. And for Kofi, it'll be interesting to see whether or not he takes that next step. Some of the NBA scouts believe he needs to work on his quickness around the basket. So it'll be interesting to see if he takes that next step or not, because it will have a big impact on the future of this program in these next few years. Looking back to what they do have, you look at freshman stud Andre Curbelo in the year he had, scoring 9 points per game, an absolute floor general. Step up, had a good mid-range shot, was good around the basket, could set up his teammates with great passes. A guy that's definitely going to be a leader in this program, and he will be a sophomore in this upcoming year, and he's got big shoes to fill for this program. Now shifting forward to his co-partner, Adam Miller, he will not be coming back this year. He has decided to enter the transfer portal. An 8-point-per-game scorer who could drain it from deep and drive to the basket with ease. A guy they're definitely going to miss. A guy who could build that chemistry with Curbelo and that younger core. But they still do have 2 4-star recruits coming in, that being Luke Gold and Ramses Melendez, 2 4-star small forwards who they'll have to look to for support. That brings them to be the 9th best recruiting class in the Big Ten and the 46th best recruiting class in the country. Mediocre to say the least. With Curbelo, maybe Cockburn coming back, that could be an interesting tandem. We don't know about Trent Frazier and DeMonta Williams, both seniors who could have that extra year of eligibility due to COVID. So it'll be interesting to see if those guys decide to come back or not. Now, when we transition to the big man, Georgie Brosens-Feely, it has recently been announced that he has decided to turn pro. Whether it be overseas or whatever he plans to pursue, he will not be coming back to Illinois this upcoming season. Another big loss for this program, who has faced its fair share of blows with Dosunmu and potentially some seniors going off, and maybe even Cockburn, who knows. But this program is definitely going to have to build forward with that Andre Curbelo. They did pull in Omar Payne, a transfer from Florida who averaged 3.8 points per game. Those guys, he's going to have to step up. Your 4-star recruits are going to have to step up. Underwood does have his work cut out for him, but that's not to say what he did this past season wasn't incredible. You finished 3rd in the net with a 9-6 record in quad 1 games. They finished the season extremely strong, raking up wins over Michigan and Ohio State, both on the road, and then taking that momentum onto the Big Ten tournament where they would be champions, beating Ohio State in an overtime thriller. Unfortunately, they would go on to lose in the second round to Loyola Chicago and Sister Jean, but it was a great run this year for Illinois, and I do think, despite these losses, Underwood will get the program in a position to be successful going forward. Now that makes me shift to the Iowa Hawkeyes, led by Fran McCaffery. They finished 22-9 on the season with a 14-6 mark in the Big Ten Conference. When you think the Hawkeyes, one name comes to mind, and that is Luka Garza, the big man averaging 23.7 points per game. He will be heading on to the NBA draft this year to pursue a career in the pros. An unbelievable guy who could, you give him the ball down low, you take him that shot outside, he could do it all. When you look to his co-partners, you would look to Jordan Bohannon, the 10-point-per-game scorer. Unfortunately, yes, he is also a senior. Another big loss for this program. He does have that extra year of eligibility, and it'll be interesting to see whether or not he uses it. He's a stark supporter of the not NCAA property rule, so it'll be interesting to see if he decides to make that transition back, pursues another career. That's definitely big for them. You look at Joe Wieskamp, the 14-point per game scorer for the Hawkeyes, a guy that was so crucial, a good shooter. He could get to the hole, he could hit it from deep. Could be a mid to late second round pick. So again, he has yet to declare, and it'll be interesting to see whether or not he does. If he does declare, and let's say Bohannon does not come back, this team is definitely hurting. That brings me now to some of the role players that are going to have to step up for the Hawkeyes this upcoming year. And you look to CJ Frederick, the 7-point per game scorer. He's going to have large shoes to fill. He can shoot it from deep. He shoots 47% from 3-point range. And he's a guy that's going to have to be that shooter, that scorer for them this upcoming year. And that makes me then turn to Jack Nunge, a guy who could score down low. Unfortunately, he has entered the transfer portal, a big loss for Fran McCaffrey, and this program is definitely dependent on that senior leadership. This is going to hurt them. They don't really have as much senior leadership. They're going to have to turn to guys like Joe Toussaint, the McCaffrey brothers, and Chris Murray to be those rocks, to step up. They have 1 3-star recruit coming in, which has them as the 12th best recruiting class in the Big Ten and the 86th best in the country, which is lackluster and rather poor to say the least. So it'll be extremely interesting to see this team. They had a great year. They did lose in the second round to Oregon, which was disappointing. I think them and Illinois were both potent teams that could have had deep runs. Fortunately, they came to an end. These programs will both lose some of their top players to the NBA and to the transfer portal. So it'll be extremely interesting to see where these teams fall in these next couple of weeks in the upcoming season. Thank you guys so much for watching. So for all you trivia buff people out there, we've got the answer coming in, and the correct answer to the question was Jim Caldwell. Hope you guys got it right, and thanks for watching, and make sure to like and subscribe.